What is up everyone, my name is Radostin Kuzmanov, and in this video I want to talk about 5 common mistakes people do when trying to lose weight. I think this is the perfect time to talk about it because a lot of you have probably started your cutting seasons already, for the summer is coming. Same as me actually, because I joined the summer shredding challenge organized by Kuzmanov. Anyways, let's start with the mistakes that I'm sure a lot of you have gone through, or you might even do them right now. But before that I want to make a little notice. In this video I'll talk about people who don't use steroids, because when you use steroids the game is a bit different and these mistakes might not affect your progress in a bad way. First and biggest mistake that people do is not tracking their calories and macronutrients. Macronutrients are protein, carbs and fats. If you don't know how much you consume from each and every macronutrient, then you're screwed. You will not achieve the results you want for sure. Not only that, you won't be able to regulate your calorie and macronutrient intake for constant progress through the diet, but you also won't be able to get out of the diet the proper way, and when you finish with it, you will probably get back to your starting point in a really short time, or you will look even worse than in the beginning, aka yo-yo effect. Don't think that just eating the foods known as healthy ones such as brown rice, broccoli, oats, chicken breast and etc. is enough for you to lose fat, because you can even gain fat while eating this kind of foods, because it's not only about the foods you eat, it's about the calorie intake. If you want to lose weight, you have to eat in a calorie deficit, which means that you have to consume less calories than you burn. That's it. It's not about any special magical foods that you have to eat during your cut. No, you have to track your calories, you have to track your macronutrients in order to know how much exactly you consume every day, and most importantly for the whole week. Tracking your calories and macros is really important if you want to achieve best results, as this will help you to stay away from the following mistakes that I will mention. Second mistake most of the people do is that they lose weight too fast. The reason for this is that most of them don't set a specific goal before they start losing weight. They just want to lose weight. But guys, weight can mean a lot of things. Besides fat, it can also mean water, glycogen or muscle mass, which is the worst case scenario, but basically this is what most of the people achieve when trying to lose weight. They lose a lot of muscle mass because they want fast results, and after they are done with their cutting they might look even worse than in the beginning, just because they lost a lot of muscle mass. If you want to lose fat the proper way and keep your muscle mass as much as possible, or do some kind of recomposition, which means to lose fat and build some muscle at the same time, you have to be really careful with the calorie deficit you go into. The bigger the deficit is, the faster you're gonna lose weight, but as I said, this is not the best option if you want to retain most of the results you have achieved and also avoid that yo-yo effect after finishing with your diet. I recommend you not to lose more than 0.5 to 0.7 kg per week, which means that your calorie deficit for the whole week should not be more than 3,500 to 5,000. Third mistake is too much cardio. A lot of people think that cardio is some kind of magical tool that you must use if you want to lose weight, but in the reality it's just a way of increasing your calorie expenditure. It doesn't do more than that for fat loss. You can even lose weight without even doing a single minute of cardio. All you need to do if you want to lose fat is to be in a calorie deficit, which can be done only by decreasing your calories from the food. Cardio can help you to eat more calories than usual while still being in a calorie deficit, because as I said, it increases your calorie expenditure. But the problem is that people are doing too much of it, and it can affect their recovery from the strength training. And if you can't recover well from your strength training, the cortisol levels in your body increases. And as you may already know, cortisol is the cause of muscle loss, water retention and prevention of losing fat, which is the last thing you want during a cut. What I advise you is to rely on the calorie deficit from the food, not from doing cardio. Of course, you can do cardio if you want, but I advise you to stay away from it as much as possible. Instead of doing more cardio, you can just increase your non-exercise physical activity through the day, such as walking, and this would be the best option. Another mistake that people do is to skip weighing themselves every day. If you don't measure yourself every day, you might have the bad luck to measure yourself only on the days that your weight is higher than normal. Body weight is something really crazy and it can vary from day to day. On some days you can weight with 1 kg more, on some days you can weight with 2 kg less, and so on and so on. Just imagine what will happen if you measure yourself only on the days that your weight is higher than usual. You will go crazy thinking that you are not losing weight, and you will decide to decrease your calories even more. But in the reality that might not be the case and you might be already losing fat. It's really important to say that you should not be stuck into your daily measurements, because as I said, this can be really messed up story and it varies from day to day. Just measure yourself every day and then write down this weight somewhere on a laptop, on your phone, or even on a notebook, and then at the end of the week combine all of these values and the result divide by 7, and this way you will see what's your average weight for the week. All you need to do after that is to compare this value to the values from the previous weeks, and this way you will see whether you're losing weight or not and how much exactly. Fifth and last mistake for this video is that people change their workouts completely when time for losing weight comes. They would increase the reps, they would increase the sets, or even do only isolation exercises thinking that they would shred the muscles this way. But guys, this is the worst thing that you can do when you start cutting. If you want to keep most of your muscle mass while losing weight, you have to retain your strength, because strength and muscle mass are strongly connected. The easiest way to retain your strength and muscle mass during a cut is basically to continue doing the same thing that you were doing during a bulk. That's it. It's so simple. You just have to do the same exact workouts that you used to do during your bulk phase. That's the end of this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please give a thumb up to this video and also share it with your friends, because I really put a lot of effort to make this one. And also subscribe to my channel in order to see more, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Sometimes, man, sometimes it gets hard trying to reach my goal.